Hello everyone, I hope you're well. It's time for another review, which happens on the channel quite often. My name is Nick, we're on the Commodore Amiga, and we're looking at Street Racer on the Amiga 1200 no doubt, published by Guildhall in 1997. Now it's a kart racer influenced by Super Mario Kart, I presume, and we've already covered this on the Sega Mega Drive, which I didn't think was too bad. Some people hated it, I thought it played okay, so we'll see how it's like on the Amiga. Now it's not supposed to be as good, so we'll soon find out. On the Mega Drive, the controlling took a little bit getting used to it. You could get it eventually. It's for 4 players. I'm the only player here. Also come out on the SNES, and I've been told that the SNES is the best version, so maybe we'll look at that at some point. The Mega Drive version came out in 1994. This one is in 1997. Now, you start with the Bronze Cup, you have to unlock all the other ones. That's the character I used when I did the Mega Drive, but if every race was won by this surf woman, so let's find her and we'll pick her. There she is. Let's pick her. So now we know we can't be beaten by her. Each karter has got slightly different attack, defence, handling, speed and all that malarkey. Right, away we go. I'm looking excited. It looks very similar so far. Right, it's the fire button to accelerate. Didn't get off to the best start. Forward on the joystick to do jumps and attack. Oh god, this handles worse than the Mega Drive version. This is going to take a bit of getting used to. So ease off the accelerator around the corners. Not too much. Oh man. As soon as you go off the road, it's going to be very hard to get back again, but I can still sort of like see them in the distance. Oh man, I'm hopeless at this. Now this is controlling really bad compared to the Mega Drive version. Hopefully the review isn't me just trying to get off track 1, but I'm hoping it will come to me. So let's be a bit conservative. Now you've got a number of boosts you can use, which I've just used. Well, I think I used one there. Right, I'm back with them. I used one. Now you can see up the top there that pink bar. That's how many boosts I've got left. Forward on the joystick, as I say, with a jump or punch. You need to come in the top 4 to qualify for the next race, and you get points depending on where you come. Hold on to the road. I think there's about 4 laps to do of this. As I go into 3rd place, if I stay here, we'll be there, but I'll gradually get used to this, I'm sure. So if you play this for the first time, don't get frustrated that you won't be able to stay on the road. Oh man. But do ease off there, do use your boost as well. I'm not confident I'm going to complete the championship, you know. But still in 3rd place on this, it will tell you when you're on the last lap. The music is pretty good. There are different races you can see across the top. Frankenstein, Sumo, amongst a few. If you complete the championship with one racer, there's always the chance to try and do it again with a different racer. Right, I'm in 3rd place. Got to come in the top 4. Oh man, I just, yeah. What's going on? Now, it's quite hectic here. The frame rate is making my eyes go funny as we zip all over the place. Remember to blink and comment on the same time if you're me. You can pick up dynamite, which I've done, but it will explode if you don't give it to someone else. And you give it to someone else by crashing into them. Right, we're in 1st place somehow. I don't know how. But this dynamite's going to go off in a minute. Oh, I've given it to him. The Red Baron, whoever he is. He's going to explode, is he? There he goes. And again we're in the lead, so I might get this. Oh no, I didn't go into that dynamite. If you had this one back in the day, let me know. But at first impressions at the moment, it's very chaotic. It's not really one for the newbie. Yeah, that's me saying it. And it's not as fun as Mario Kart. I would play the Mega Drive version before this one, but you can try and perfect it, and I think in 4 players it would be quite a lot of fun. Right, first. Don't know how I did that, but we did it. So we're going to get a review out of this, I believe. Good. Now, we haven't recovered any SNES games yet, but I may cover the odd one, try and pick the best games. Now, I know this probably isn't really the best game. But anyway, so 1st place. When I did the review on the Mega Drive, I come 2nd, controlling Hodja overall, but I've won this race. So that's better than before, and there's me complaining it handles worse. Well, it does a bit, but I've got the bit of experience on that first one. I'm not sure what this would have scored back in the day. I don't think people would have been too kind with it because it's hard to be good at it straight away, although I just went through and won. Hooray! 14 points. You get points for the most biffs or attacks and also the fastest lap. So definitely going to get to the next track. Right, and this looks very similar to the Mega Drive track. It's like a haunted castle. Again, Super Mario Kart didn't add a haunted castle. I got off to a terrible start. Now you can accelerate into the corners, but then ease off and then accelerate out when you hit the apex. That's the best way to do it. I need to get rid of that dynamite, get it onto him. I'm not going to be able to get rid of it. No, it's going to blow up. Oh god, it's gone. I'm in 8th place and I exploded, and now they're not that massively ahead. As long as you can see them in the sights before the end of the last lap, you've got a chance. Right, I almost turned the sumo man over. He goes quite slow, but his battle is where he comes into it. He's got a bit of weight on him. We're into second place with that great manoeuvre. There's Hodger there. His special powers is he can turn into a flying carpet and fly. Tell me what your favourite character is if you have indeed played this game. Or, if you've played it after watching this, tell me how you got on. Did you manage to keep on the track, or did you abandon it due to frustration straight away? Learning to drift helps as well. Different music on the race too, and nice lightning effect also. Now, as I'm getting more and more used to this, although I wasn't impressed first of all, I'm gradually warming to it. And you're always going to warm, it's natural really, you're always going to warm to games where you're not too bad at them, are you? And you're going to hate games which you're not very good at and don't come back. So as a kid, that's the whole aim of this channel, as you probably know. As a kid, would I have come back to this? Well, I think I would have done if I got a few goes under my belt on that first day. Because there's not too many other karting games for the Commodore Amiga. So if you wanted Super Mario Kart, you couldn't get it. So it'd have to be this. Street Racer. Come on. Right, where are we now? We're in third place. Check out my position on the top. I'm that woman with the blonde hair. I'm a surf woman. Don't want to use all our boosts if we can help it. Dynamite's gonna go. Kaboom! And I picked up another one. Why did I do that? But I'm still in first place as we're on the last lap. Just need to come in the top 4, remember, to go to the next round. I'm already in the lead of the championship. Oh. Right, come on. Sumo's not very fast. Why do I keep picking up this dynamite? This is bad news. Off the track, that's cost a little bit. In third place. Don't want to drop another position. We're coming up to the end of the lap now. Second place. I'll get back on the track, Nick. Right, I think that's first place. That's quite good, isn't it? So I'm not sure what happened on the last lap. I think the leader must have made a bit of a mistake and we pulled into the lead. So first race first, second race first. Wonderful. My eyes are starting to hurt a little bit now. In your face, Frank. He come last. Right. So I got the fastest lap as well. I'm storming this championship. If only I can get to the end, then we're cooking on gas. We'll just do the bronze championship here. We won't go into silver. Unless you want it to go into silver, then we'll have to reload it, I guess, if indeed we do make it. Press fire. We will do. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come and set the world on fire. Yeehaw! Hang on to your haircuts, and we're off to our equally rubbish start into 8th place. We're in the park, I think, this time. But the car handles exactly the same. These corners look a little bit tighter, and I've been left behind. Oh no, now this is the first time the actual whole field has left me and I can't see them. Oh man, those wrenches fix your car and any damage. You probably spotted it already. In the top left is the map. I'm the red dot and there's a big gap now between me and the yellow dots. Unless I get lucky here, 4th place is looking a bit out of the question. Come on, just maybe I should just learn the lap. Hopefully they might come back to me. If not, I believe you get 3 more credits before it's game over. But this could very well be the end of the review. But learning the control... Oh, God. If you come out the corners a bit wrong, it could cost you massive amounts of time. Massive amounts of time. If you know of any good karting games on the Commodore Amiga, let me know. Can't recall covering any. But maybe there was a few. I seem to forget because we've covered so many. But I'm all over the grass here. Look, I'm almost half a lap behind. Oh, don't say I'm going to get lapped. No, I shouldn't get lapped, should I? Right, 2 laps left to go, I think, on this. This one is 5 laps. So, good graphics on the car. Scrolling is sort of like okay. If you blink a little bit. Music is pretty good. I wouldn't mind a few extra power-ups, but maybe they come a bit later on in the game. Control mechanism, as I say, is very, very difficult. Believe it or not, I'm making this look easier than it really is. So, unless you played this for weeks and weeks back in the day, you'll be zipping around. But it's getting used to how to go into the corners and when to accelerate out, really. As soon as you're doing that, you'll be cooking on gas. If you had this back in the day and played it a lot and invited a friend round for a race, hadn't played it at all, you'd be absolutely thrashing them because, as I say, you need at least a day with the thing or a few goes. I think the only reason why I'm doing okay, as I prepare to get knocked out, is because I've got a slight knowledge of the Mega Drive version, but this is a little bit crueler in the corners. The other version is a little bit more forgiving. As I said, I'd be quite interested to see how this plays on the SNES. Last lap. I'm sort of like holding the same distance now, so I'm still about half a lap behind, bar being hit by dynamite. So yeah, if we can start this again, if indeed I do get a credit, I think I've got a better chance to continue this thing on. But you know, okay against the computer, heaps of fun with 2 players, 4 players. I'm not sure how you do that. I think a couple of you might have to use the keyboard. I suppose it might do a split screen or something, mightn't it? That might get a bit confusing. I'm not sure the Amiga will be able to cope with it. Like, finish, we come 8th place. That wasn't good. Retry track. Yes, I will. Yeah, look at the skull and crossbones. We've got 2 lives left to try and do this thing. Right, so get off to a good start, Nick. Don't lose the field. The first race, they lost me. They lost me quite quickly, so a bit of jumping might help get around the corners. Indeed, it does. Right. Yeah, that jumping did help here. So stay within the pack, and then you can slow them down to a degree. So it's best to be in the melee. And this is proper kart racing now. Proper kart racing. The sumo knocks me miles wide. Oh no, don't lose them, Nick. Don't lose them. It looks like we're trying to gun for 4th place here. Oh man, I've got to get rid of that dynamite. Maybe I can give it to Sumo Face. No. If that bomb goes off, I think it's game over for me. Yeah, I think that's game over now. They're gonna get away. Oh, just about see them. Just about see them. I've used a boost. And that's brought me back into contention here. We're in 2nd place now with that boost, so don't waste your boost. But as you can see from the bar across the top, it's completely empty. So I've got no boost left. But I needed that to bring me back in, and hopefully I can stay with these people. Right, we're chasing that guy in the glasses whose name I temporarily can't remember. Let's call him Kenny. Oh my god, they killed Kenny. Well, what we'll try to do there. The Surf Woman. I think the Surf Woman is the fastest person in the championship. So if you select her, you know she can't beat you. 2nd place. Need to come in top 4. Oh, I'm off again into the swamp. And now we're out of position now. We're 7th. Whoa. Yeah, the pack do stay quite nicely grouped together, don't they, really? So if you've got a boost, you can do it. As you can see, I've collected a few more boosts on the track. I think they might be the stars or arrows. No. 2nd place. We stay here till the end. We're doing it. I think we've got a good chance of doing this, you know. After our first mistake. Oops. Oh, no! Oh, my goodness. Talking about count your chickens before they've done something. Right. Need to do something here. We're in last place. Just hanging on to the bend just about. Wait, I mean, last lap now. Last lap. That corner I did was fantastic. I went on the outside. That was... Cool, that was good as well. I was pretty much on the apex there, so gained a lot of time. Come on, I've got 1 turbo left. Picked up another one. I'm in position 2 as I try and punch some of the scenery on the outside. This is going to be touch and go. We're going up and down like a yo-yo. Mr. Glass is in the lead. Can't see him at all. Please may this be the finish. It's the finish. Yes! 2nd place. Well, that was a relief, wasn't it? First, and 2nd place on the 2nd attempt. I know sometimes I make these games look a bit more fun than they really are, but although this isn't great, I am enjoying it. People told me to play this saying it wasn't that good, and I can see the handling is flawed, but, I'm sort of like getting used to it, and what is good, the opponents aren't just disappearing, and if they do disappear, you do have a chance of getting them back again with a boost if you can get at least a few of the corners correct. I'm in the lead with 38 points, ahead of Sumo. Right, now we're in the stadium. Starting in a slightly different position. It's night time. Hopefully I don't need more than 2 goes to do this, because then we're going to start running out of credits. On the outside, off the grass. Don't seem to be losing too much time on the grass if you can keep your foot down. It's just if you stay off there for a long time. And as I say, if the opponents all go off the screen, who knows what the computer's going to calculate, and that could be the sort of situation. Yeah, they're gone. Right, now I've just got to keep an eye on the map. Judging what happened last time, I think it's unlikely I'm going to see these people again. Let's just try and learn the lap then. Let's try and learn the lap, so hopefully on a 2nd go we can do it. But, come on, boost it. Right, man. I mean, we're not too far away from them. I don't want to glance at that map too much, because then I go off the track. It's like a few good corners. That's a good corner. Yeah, I can see him again. I can see him again. Getting exciting. Hold that, good. I'm getting better at this. I'm getting better at this gradually. Ease off, accelerate, ease off, accelerate. Oh no, dynamite. Don't want to be left with this. Maybe I can boost it and give it to one of these twits. Oh, I've given it to someone, I think. I don't know. I got rid of that dynamite quite quickly, and it's put me back. Oops. Cool. We're changing positions every 2 seconds here. I'm in 4th place, which is a qualifying position, but it is very, very, very close. I think everyone in this is rubbish. Maybe we're online or something. Dynamite, that'd be handy if I can get rid of it on anyone. I don't think I can. I'm certainly not going to slow down. I've got to get it to Hodger. Diddly diddly. Explosion imminent. But yes. Oh man. I thought it was going to act as a roadblock there, so I've gone right to last place. And that's wasted time as well as the car mushrooms. Right, so I think we've only got one more lap after this. I think, or is this the last lap? No, the last lap is the next one. With a bit of luck. Please don't go off. No. That didn't cost me too much time. Good, and there's some trouble up ahead. Last lap, we're into 2nd place. Just hold it here, Nick. Don't run into any dynamite. There's Hodger there. Looked like he dumped that dynamite. And I've knocked him flying. He's gone into a bit of a spin. That's put me in a shock 1st place. I think someone's gone in on the inside. It's Hodger again. Oh dear. Just concentrate on getting in the top 4. 2 guys go past. I'm into 5th place, which is not a qualifying position, but only temporarily. I couldn't even finish that sentence. Boost? Haven't got any. What was that? Did I come 4th there? I'm not sure. I think it said 4th. It was still trying to calculate. I thought I either went over the line 2nd or 4th. We need to find out. Yeah, 4th, but that's still a qualifying position. So not many points in the championship, but just about did it. That was quite lucky. Right, that was quite lucky. I got a point for the fastest lap, so not all is lost there. Suzulu got a punch bonus. Right, 44 points. Any more bonuses? Next race, Rafe or Ralph has got the lap record. Yeah, I think on the Mega Drive version it's this bit where it started looking like a Game Boy Advance game. Let's see how this one does. I think it's drawn slightly better actually. That's a bit weird. The music is saving this to a certain degree, and now I've got used to the controls. I am quite enjoying it actually. Would I have gone back as a kid? Yeah, I would have done. Because the nostalgia would have been enough. A lot of people would have hated this, as I say, because of the control system, but nostalgia would get you on this. So if you owned it back in the day and put some time in, you're probably going to enjoy it. People will tell you that the Mega Drive and the SNES versions are better, but if you never played those, you'll love this. Right, has it aged very well? Not really. So playing it today, not really. If you've got Mario Kart to choose from on another system, there's no real reason to track this down. Gaming is awash with karting games because they basically sold. It's much better than Inspector Gadget on the Game Boy Advance, we can say that. And they've got the speed of the opponents, they've got that perfect. They're not going to disappear on you once you get used to it, or you're not going to leave them miles behind. So I don't know if there's some pre-rubber banding programmed into this, but you can have some good racing. I mean, despite me gradually getting better, the racing's been good against the AI components, and they haven't been going on a straight line. They've been doing it so dynamite, and you don't lose a great deal of time for the dynamite. The problem is if it knocks you off the track, see, and sometimes you can end up working as a roadblock there. 3rd place. Right, past the red barrel, and it's easy to spin them around there. Lap 4, 2 laps to go. Potentially, there's an outside chance of winning this if I can stay on the track. Sumo leads, he doesn't tend to win many races. Hodger's nowhere to be seen. Where is he? He's 6th. Just ahead of Frankenstein and that other fella. Some kind of genie. Oh dear, don't get too near the screen. That's what I would say on this one. It's better if you're sitting a little bit of a distance, then it looks a little less pixelated than it really is. Here we go, zipping around. If you like watching the channel, thank you for clicking on the video, by the way, really appreciated. That's what it's all about, trying to get a bit of activity. But if you want to support it a bit more, it's not compulsory by any means, because the videos will go up live for everyone. If you want to support it in some way to help me continue, there is memberships now where you can join for a small donation each month. So click on the join button if you wish. It doesn't commit you straight away to see what it's all about. There's a video there explaining what's going on. So thank you, but continue watching the video. Helmet won that one. We come in second, as you sort of like saw. I think there's one race left, I think, of this championship, and if we come in the top 4, I'm confident we're going to win this and unlock silver, and then it might give you a password for silver, which you should write down if you want to jump here, and I should write it down as well, just in case people say, look Nick, I want you to do the silver championship, and I say, alright, I'll give it a go. Might be easy on the Mega Drive actually. Big gap. But anyway, I've had a bit of practice now, haven't I? Start your engines, go. We're at the beach, we're at the sand. It's the Sydney Opera House there in the distance. If you go in the sea, it doesn't sink too much, so that's something. It just works like the grass, so the sea is an illusion. Count how many times you see the Opera House go past. I think Australia's got about 20 of them. There's definitely 2 of them, isn't there? So I don't know why they couldn't have extended the horizon to a bit more of a graphic, but anyway. I think I've seen 3 opera houses now. They do like opera in Australia. If you're watching from Australia, sing us a bit of opera in the comment section below. What's your favourite opera? Don't say Oprah Winfrey. Well, you could say that if you want a cheap joke, but I've given you that one. Right, first place. Shall we end with a win? Let's end with a win. We end where we begin. Gin. Right, the sand. There's no sand spitting up. I would have liked to have seen that. It could have done that from behind. But talk about racers, it works a little bit different to your standard ones, isn't it? Like Lotus 2, Jaguar XJJO, Buggy Boy. Some karting examples, yeah, it's not bad. I keep changing my mind about this game, but I can. The thing is, although I'm liking it, I can tell some people will hate it and say, Nick, what are you talking about liking this game? Well, I do like it because, as I said before, I seem to be okay at it. Maybe I'll start hating it by the Silver Championship. What do you reckon? I do love retro. And this is from 1997. I don't know why they took 3 years to convert it from the Mega Drive over to the Amiga. I think the SNES might have been. When was the SNES? Was that in '94 as well? It's not in my notes. I presume it was. And the Amiga version was maybe an afterthought. Not sure how many this one sold, but if I had it back in the day, I wouldn't have been disappointed. After the initial frustrations, I think, we're controlling it. Yeah. It's a very unique handling. I don't think you'll find another game that handles a bit like this, as we skim over the sea like a stone. Last lap, second place, should do it. Should come in the top 4. First place is on offer though. We've got a couple of boosts left, which we could use in our advantage to then take it the lead if we want to be a bit sneaky about the thing. Okay, hugging quite well. Time for a boost. Well, that boost didn't last very long. Oh, second place. Could have probably used another boost there to win, but second place should win me the championship, I think. I should win the championship. Right, RAF 1s, we come second. We've got a few wins there, a few wins. I think I only won one race on when I did the Mega Drive game. We got a bonus point as well for the fastest lap. So Zulu come last, but got a point there for 8th place. There we go. 64 points. And now that must be the end of the championship. I've won by quite a distance. Yay, there I am, looking as good as I do. I'm first place. It's Surf. There we go. So check out that Silver Cup password, JXPSVW, if you want to play and continue from there. So I hope you liked having a look at that one. I liked it, I have to say. You know, as karting games go, the Amiga hasn't got too much competition on that platform. But that was Street Racer on the Commodore Amiga, published by Guildhall in 1997, Amiga 1200. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.